Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is April 11th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, what a crazy week. But remember, this is a technical view. All the other stuff that goes on, it does impact the market, but I'm really not looking at that. But we do see it on the charts. And the thing is, how did it play out based on the indicators and your strategy and your plans, that you're looking at? And that's all of what I'm really kind of looking at here. But let's go ahead and maximize this quarterly chart and see what we see on this quarterly chart. We can see based on the Dow, I had put some lines on here maybe a week or two ago saying I was expecting to maybe come down to here, this area right here, and give us a bounce, and that's what it has done. It's done that so far. But this is a quarterly candle, and we are below pivot. I expect us to stay below pivot, but I wasn't sure if it would come all the way down to this level. But this is the area that I had identified. I'm saying this is the area that I identified. It was this area here where we have it actually bounced at. So that's what I see here on this quarterly chart. And that's that. Let's go ahead and go down here to the monthly chart and see what we see there on this monthly chart. Zoom in. Last month we had got our close below the 9-10 moving average. This close. So again, that technically put us into a bear market. We have gotten confirmation of that with this candle here to the downside. We did come down again. We can see that line showing up here. We came down to let me take a quick different look at this and see how close we came to our support 3 level. We came down to our level where I had identified at and kind of bounced where you would expect demand to come into the market and it did So again, like I say, no big surprise here It's just you just kind of like wondering what's going to cause this thing to do what you expect it to do, pretty much. And can you trade it? But that's what I see there, and also that's expecting again based on your trading plan, your trading strategy. Just still trade accordingly. We're getting lower highs, we got lower lows. And this may have been our monthly bottom, maybe our quarterly bottom, but we gotta wait and see what happens here. That's it there. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. Let me zoom in here a little bit here on this weekly chart. Let me change this up just a little bit where we can see it. What I'm trying to do is get where we can see this line here. This is our 200. This is the 50. Remember how I played around at the 50 here a few weeks ago, this little area here and it finally, got below the 50 and we had end up with this. But again, like I say, even on this weekly chart, you got lower highs and lower lows. It bounced right in the area where I expect the bounce, which also is close to this 200. This is the 200 down here, this moving average line here. So it's kind of doing what I expected to do, but this is the area where you would have expected a bounce, and we did get our bounce. The question is now, is this a reverse? Is this truly going to be a reversal pattern or not? And we need to get back above the 50, which is this line right here. Have to wait and see what happens and so that means that we have to break some of these tops here. And right now, what I'm seeing, since we are on a weekly candles with monthly pivots, these pivots, and we are below the pivot, sometime this month, I really expect this thing to go back down even more. Just to throw it out there. It's just that's just what I see right now. We haven't really. We got to break this top. We got to break this level right here to say this market is even ready to start reversing. Because again, things are still not good out there based on what a lot of people are saying, and based on what I see here in the chart. We are still in a bear market. We are still below the 10 moving average. We are still below the 50 moving average. We just had a bounce just almost off the 200 moving average. That's about it. And that's the only thing right now having this bounce where we bounce that might say that the big money is coming in and might be ready to turn this thing back around. But we just have to kind of like wait and see and all. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and see what we see there and wrap this on up. On the daily noise, that's all this is daily noise and all. Based on this daily noise, though, what we got happening right here is this. But it's inside of this candle here. That's a bullish engulfing inside of this larger candle, this bullish harami that we kind of like had with the wrong colors. So again, we need to see a close above here to say maybe this thing is turning around. And then you really, again, the other good thing that's happening here, this is my pivot line. Come next week, we will be opening above pivot. So I can see us going to this level right here and all. But since we had a supply up here where this thing actually turned down from, it may not break that. So again, we might be getting a little bit of pullback, and then we're going to continue back down. Some crazy news, some crazy event will happen, and this market will start back to the downside. If all based on that news, we will break this top, or we're just going to come to this level right here, 420, and end up going right back down. And then the question is, will we break this demand level down here? And all. That's what we're going to be looking out for next week. And the way the market has been moving, this line here also represent option expiration. So with option expiration, seeing this now, I do not really expect us to break out of this range that we are in right now. Meaning that I don't see us going below 365, and I don't see us going above 425. But that's just my opinion, and that's what I see, and that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye. Like, subscribe, do those things. Talk to you later. Bye.